Jessica sat on the edge of her bed, the soft glow of the morning sun seeping through the sheer curtains. Her hand rested on her growing belly, a tender reminder of the life blooming inside her. The room around her, cluttered with lavish gifts, designer bags, jewelry, and notes scribbled with grand declarations of love, felt hollow, like a stage set for an audience that never came. Mark, her partner, had swept her off her feet from the first moment they met. His charisma was magnetic, his charm intoxicating. He knew exactly what to say and when to say it, wrapping her heart in promises that sparkled brighter than the diamond bracelet now gleaming on her wrist. This was the love-bombing phase, as Jessica would later come to understand. But for now, she felt blissfully adored. It wasn't until after their baby was born that the mask began to slip. Late-night feedings blurred into anxious dawns, and Mark's once comforting arms became absent. He would come home at odd hours, the sharp tang of alcohol clinging to him like a shadow. Jessica would watch from the nursery doorway as he stumbled past, eyes glazed and uninterested. On good days, he would coo at their baby, playing the role of doting father for a fleeting moment before retreating to his phone or pacing with financial statements, muttering under his breath about debt. Each time Jessica questioned his behavior, the old Mark would resurface. "I'm sorry, babe," he'd whisper, eyes locking onto hers with practiced sincerity. "I'm just stressed. You know I love you, right?" He would place a hand on her cheek, drawing her into a kiss that felt both desperate and empty. It was in these moments, drenched in confusion and the remnants of love, that Jessica felt herself breaking a little more, held captive in the storm of their cycle. The debts grew, and so did the fights. Mark's temper flared unpredictably, slicing through Jessica's attempts at peace like jagged glass. He would accuse her of being ungrateful, of not understanding how hard he worked. He reminded her that without him she'd be nothing. Yet the next morning, an expensive bouquet of roses would appear on the table, as if trying to erase the bruises left on her spirit. Jessica's heart ached not just for herself, but for their baby, who would one day see this pain and chaos unfold. She knew she had become a prisoner of Mark's reality, bound by trauma bonds that felt impossible to break. Every small act of kindness from him fed the hope that maybe, just maybe, the Mark she first fell in love with would return for good. But deep inside, a voice, barely more than a whisper, began to stir. It told her that hope was a trap, and survival meant looking beyond the love that hurt her. She pressed her lips to her baby's head, a silent promise forming in her heart. The cycle would not consume them forever.